Welcome to Heartcraftpaper. My name is Monica, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a cute Mickey Memory Dex.
Alright, so I've been asked about Memory Dex recently, and as a part of a trade, this is something that I came up with. Now, this particular trade I have to put in, it's got my name, my information, my sites. I put that on the back of a Memory Dex or an index card. I have the SVG file where you can get some dies, and this is what you kind of do. So it's an extension, a creative extension for you. You can make several of these, and this is actually going out for a trade. Of course, as you can tell, the theme was Mickey. So I'm going to show you how I put this together. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I have kind of already pre-cut some items. I use my Cricut to make these. So this and this, these are dies or SVG files that I've created in order to make my life easier, and you can find them on my website. They sell a set. This actually comes in a set of 6. This is the basic. It comes with other shapes that you can use. This is a viewfinder. Sorry about that. This is a viewfinder with Mickey shape. Now I have one that has a heart and another one that's a plain viewfinder, so you can use these. You can make backing for this if you wanted to add this to a card that was like red, but I didn't use one since I'm going to be using this Mickey head, and that is already black, so that's just going to stand out there. Typically I would use like a black backing with a little bit of red. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm just going to come in with a little bit of glue. Okay, so I chose the polka dot side rather than the lighter side. I think just because of the color combinations, I think it stands out more once I start bringing everything in versus this. I mean, the Mickey head would absolutely pop off of this, yes, but I think this would distract from everything else and it wouldn't match. So, all right, for this, I'm gonna add some liquid glue. Depending on how you feel about things, you can add a black backing to this if you'd like. I mean, it's up to you. I chose not to just because of time constraints. I had to make several. So I will go ahead and link up the actual file for cutting on Cricut on Design Space so you can find it. And then you will also have to, of course, import some of those files because they won't be available since it's an upload. Yeah, that was perfect. And don't worry about any excess glue. Just kind of wipe it off. And let's set that aside to dry. Okay. In Cricut Design Space, they have this cute little Sumi character. And we're gonna see, it comes in 3 pieces, and this is actually a new set that they have going on, so you might want to check that out in Design Space. Just type in Mickey and you'll find the Mickey Sumi, and then it also has several other characters as well. So I think it's got Minnie, Donald, Cinderella. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. So this one is simple because we're just going to go ahead and glue this together. Oh gosh. Just kind of make sure that it's centered and just a little bit above, so you have a little bit of black space here. Okay. Now, for this particular item, I use glitter cardstock, and I'll kind of show you how that looks. So it won't be too bad. You'll see the black on black, but it'll really pop because there is a difference between this black and that. Okay, and then on top of that, it's going to be 3D, so that's not too big of an issue. Okay, I also have this little film, kind of like a movie reel file. It didn't cut out too well, but I'm not too concerned because it's not going to be the main focus. This part is going to be hidden. So just remind, you know, it's a very tiny cut on a very thin piece of paper. So that's part of the reason why. And I did this in the wrong fashion, but well, we're all liable to make mistakes. I'm not worried. As long as it adheres, I'm good. Just kind of clean that up a bit. And for this particular part, I'm not too concerned. Let me go ahead. So I had already cut these and I already glued them. I already have them ready to go. Okay. And I have a couple other elements ready to go. So on my sumi, I'm just gonna put in a large foam square and 2/4 inch, just about there. And we're just waiting for this to heat up. This also has a banner, a little banner string, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is a glitter as well. So let's go ahead and lay that down. And this is okay if it doesn't go all the way across because this is going to be covered, okay? But let's go ahead and show you this particular image. Here's my viewfinder. And first I'm laying down all the images that are going to go flat onto this. Right about there. Okay, so this is a little banner set you can also find on Cricut, which again, I am a major Cricut fan. So I have my tweezers here. We're gonna start working on this. Now I have a length of thread, and because I have a fine liner and this is really fine, we're gonna come in and draw a line here like that. Let me just get my scissors. Getting hot. Okay, next I just want to add a little bit of glue here. Let's just leave that to dry. In the meantime, we have our Mickey sentiment, and this is cute. This is also in a kind of a reflective glitter paper or a PVC paper. These two balloons, flip those over and then add on
With the balloons set in place, now it's time to move on to my Mickey sentiment. I'm just going to add some double-sided adhesive to this. So what I have here is a piece of a sheet protector that I have, and it's got this little edge that's still bound together, and I'm going to use that to make my shaker element. In order to do this, I'm going to insert the piece that will act as the background for my shaker element. In this case, the little film strip. I just want to line it up against that closed edge so that I only have to seal this around 3 different edges. You want to make sure that your sealing tool is actually fairly hot.
So now these are some black opaque sequins with Cartwrights. And then these little sequin mix that I had previously.
Now I'm going to use double-sided adhesive in order to put this on the back of the shaker element, as this will help adhere it onto my Memory Dex. Once I finish here, I'm going to flip this over and then adhere my Mickey sentiment right onto the front, and that also has double-sided adhesive. Just make sure that you have your sentiment very well centered, that allows enough space for you to be able to adhere that tiny itty bitty star that goes above the eye. Now this might be a little bit tricky since the star is so tiny. Use a pair of tweezers in order to help you. Alright, we're down to the home stretch. What I'm doing now is just removing the backing off of my little Mickey gloves. I really love this border. Now I'm going to stick that down first because I don't want it to cover up those cutouts where you would insert it into your Memory Dex file. And that will also allow me to know where I'm going to place my little shaker element. I'm just going to slightly place it underneath the glove border. As you can see here, I can kind of slip that right underneath. It's Sumi time. I'm just going to utilize this as a cover for some of these items that are kind of loose, like where the banner ended, that it doesn't go all the way across, as well as the strings for the balloons. This is going to cover that up very nicely. All right, we're done. Look at all the shimmer you get. First from the Mickey sentiment, and then you get that pop of shimmer from the background. Now all I have to do is add on my informational sticker onto the back, and usually I put my phone number, depends who I'm sending this to, but a phone number, address, and all of my social media. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the little bell on the lower right hand corner so that you get notifications of new videos.
For more videos and tutorials like these, don't forget to subscribe. Visit the blog for more information at www.heartcraftpaper.com. Thanks for watching Heartcraft Paper.